Hello everyone, welcome to my Emmerdale channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The first frost of December had settled over Emmerdale, leaving the village looking peaceful, deceptively peaceful. Because beneath the quiet rooftops, Robert Sugden and Aaron Dingle were plotting. And the name on both their lips was the same, Kev Mallory. Kev had blown into the village only a month ago, claiming to be a business consultant. In truth, he'd quickly made himself a menace, sniffing around the scrapyard's accounts, charming half the village, and circling the hide like a hawk with a taste for other people's property. The final straw had been his latest stunt, trying to convince investors that he should run a brand new expansion of the scrapyard. Robron weren't having it. But their plan to take him down wouldn't be smooth, because the week ahead held 4 major twists. Twist 1. Robert discovers Kev's secret connection, and it's personal. Robert had a knack for secrets, finding them, hiding them, and occasionally using them as leverage. That afternoon, after a few quiet phone calls and some digging, he burst through the mill's front door, cheeks flushed with winter wind and shock. "Aaron," he said, breathless, "Kev isn't who he says he is. He's connected to your dad." Aaron froze, the mug in his hand turning cold. Shadrach Dingle had left a trail of chaos behind him, debts, enemies, and more than a few questionable acquaintances. "What kind of connection?" Aaron asked, voice low. Robert hesitated. "The kind that means Kev has reasons to target this family." Aaron's jaw clenched. Kev wasn't just a nuisance, he was a threat. Twist 2. Kev isn't working alone. The next day, Robron set their trap. Robert lured Kev to the scrapyard with the promise of a lucrative, quiet deal, while Aaron set up hidden cameras. What neither expected was the figure who stepped out of the car with Kev. Moira! Aaron nearly dropped the camera. Why's Moira with him? Robert dragged him back before he could storm out. Through the crack in the office blinds, they watched Moira and Kev talk in low, heated voices. The words cover-up, money, Dingles, and Shadrach drifted through. When Moira finally left, Robert whispered, "She's not helping him. She's trying to protect someone." Aaron's stomach twisted. If Moira was involved, the situation was far bigger and far darker than they thought. Twist 3. The trap backfires catastrophically. That night, Robron put their plan in motion. They handed their footage to Kane, knowing he'd confront Moira and force the truth out. But Kane arriving at Butler's wasn't the explosion, it was the spark. By morning, Kev had vanished, with the scrapyard's financial files in hand, and with a chilling note shoved through the mill's door. "You shouldn't have stayed out of it." Robert stared at the message. He knew we were watching him. He knew everything. And then Aaron noticed something worse. The hidden cameras were missing. He was watching us, Aaron realized. The hunter had become the hunted. Twist 4. A final showdown and a shocking new reveal. Robron cornered Kev at the old barn on the edge of the village. Rain hammered the roof like war drums. Kev smirked as they entered. "Slow off the mark for a Dingle." "Drop the files," Aaron warned. "Oh, these. They're not even about your scrapyard. They're about him." He pointed at Robert. Robert froze. "What are you talking about?" Kev grinned. "Someone hired me to take you down, Sugden, and they've been watching you long before I arrived." Before he could say the name, the barn door slammed open, and a familiar silhouette
stepped inside. Robron both gasped, because the person who'd hired Kev was someone they trusted.